Biology, the study of living organisms. Microbiology, the study of microscopic organisms. Geology, the study of Earth and its minerals and structures. Chemistry, the study of matter, its properties, and the reactions. Meteorology, the study of the atmosphere and its phenomena. But what is the study of all of these things together? Well, in a word, we could use the term ecology. Ecology is the study of organisms and their relationships with other living organisms and their environment. But what exactly does that mean? Well, first we need to break down that definition into two parts. The study of living organisms and their relationships with other organisms, which would be all the biotic factors of an ecosystem. Biotic means living. And those organisms' relationship with their environment, which would be all the abiotic factors of an ecosystem, or non-living factors. Things like rocks, soil, air, even the weather and the temperature. Now, let's keep both the biotic and the abiotic terms in mind when we zoom all the way out on Earth as a whole. We call this the Biosphere. Now, let's just zoom in a notch. The next step down, what we call the ecological hierarchy, is a biome. Biomes like tropical rainforests, deserts, and grasslands. Zoom in again and we see ecological landscapes. Another notch is the ecosystem. After ecosystem, we look at the community, or all of the species living in that ecosystem together. Then we narrow it down to a species, which we then zoom in on a certain population of that species. After population, we look at a single individual. And we can zoom in even further on that single individual to certain organs, then tissues, cells, and eventually the things that make up everything in our known universe, atoms. Ecology studies them all. Ecology is kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's all connected. Since ecology is such a broad subject area, ecologists and other scientists break it down into less vague subjects. Subjects like ecosystem ecology, the study of the interactions of organisms and the abiotic factors of their environment, primarily the movement of energy within an ecosystem. Energy and nutrients cycle in and through ecosystems, and some factors affect just how they move in and through that ecosystem. Factors like rainfall amounts, populations of different species, and even species introductions. Population ecology is the study of processes that affect the distribution and abundance of organismal populations. Community ecology is the study of interactions between organisms and other organisms. What they eat, how they use their resources, who else uses those same resources, all of the different relationships that they have with each and every other organism within their ecosystem. Invasive ecology is another branch of ecology that connects all of the other branches and affects each one. Non-native species that are introduced into new areas have an effect on the nutrient cycles, populations of native species, and can even change the way the community functions. Some things that affect these study areas are things called disturbances. A disturbance is an event that causes drastic change to an environment. Things like fires, flash floods, hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, and even man-made causes like deforestation. After a disturbance has happened, the ecosystem responds by growing back. This is called the succession. Fast-growing annual plants will be the first to arrive. After years of growth, more permanent perennial plants will start to establish themselves and take over. Then, woody plants like shrubs or sagebrush will start to take over. Eventually, after a long time period, you will see what the original ecosystem looked like before that disturbance. This video only scratches the surface of ecology. Be sure to subscribe to learn more about this fascinating branch of science. But until next time, keep learning and keep discovering.